All right, are we ready to begin with the JV?
Yes.
All right. So we have Grayson here and Greenwood there. Just 3 players? 4. Okay. All right. Coaches and players, are we ready? Okay. Both coaches may want to keep score or designate someone who can keep score since we don't have an official computerized score. So just to be sure. I think Gary has one. Are you keeping score as well? Okay. All right. So I would ask that as we begin, we take all of our electronic devices and turn those off or on silent so that we don't disturb the game, please. Also, players, please be sure to speak up, project your voice so that I can hear what you said, so that people in the audience can hear you, since they're playing along at home. And be sure to enunciate so that I can understand exactly what you said, all right? If I ask you to repeat, please repeat it exactly as you said it the first time. Why don't we start with a buzzer check with Greenwood Pause. Greenwood Patrick, Greenwood Tucker, Greenwood Martin.
Greenwood Martin. My name's Martin.
Martin. Sorry. All right. Okay. All right. I'll be your moderator, Bill Newsom. Our buzzer operator is Priscilla Gordu. Are there any questions? So we don't have the halves are untimed. 35 questions. All right. And captain over here is Tucker. Okay. If we are ready, we will begin the JV match with toss-up number 1. Good luck to both teams. Toss-up 1. What is the relative pronoun in the following sentence? You give the lyrics to whoever needs them. Greenwood Martin.
Whoever.
That's correct. Your bonus number 2. What is the general name for any device, such as a lever or a wheel, that transmits or changes the application of energy? Machine is correct. Toss-up 3. According to legend, the chief cause of the Trojan War was what incident? Grayson Amy.
Helen of Troy running away.
Incorrect. Greenwood Patrick.
Paris stealing Helen of Troy.
That's correct. Your bonus number 4. What is the surname of the famed brothers, distinguished naval officers, Matthew, who was instrumental in opening up world trade, and Oliver, who was a hero in the War of 1812?
Johnson.
Incorrect, Captain? No answer. Harry. Harry. Toss-up 5. In which of Shakespeare's comedies do we meet Don Pedro, Don John, Beatrice, and Benedict? Much Ado About Nothing. Toss-up 6. He is rumored to have skipped his graduation to read Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. Who is this beat writer, often called the King of the Beats, famous for his works The Dharma Bums and On the Road? Grayson Amy. Arawak is correct. Your bonus. What is often measured as height in inches to which the atmosphere will force a column of mercury in an evacuated tube?
Thermometer.
Incorrect, Captain.
Temperature.
Incorrect. Pressure or atmospheric pressure. Okay, toss-up number 8. Consider the system of equations x minus 3y equals 4 and negative 2x plus 6y equals k. What value of k makes this system have an infinite number of solutions? Grayson Amy?
1.
Incorrect. Greenwood Martin?
Negative 8.
Negative 8 is correct. Your bonus number 9. France ceded New Orleans and all her possessions west of the Mississippi to Spain under the provisions of what treaty in 1763?
Treaty of Nice.
Incorrect, Captain?
Treaty of Paris.
That's correct. Your bonus 10. I'm sorry, toss of 10. It is a ritualistic meal in the Jewish faith. It usually includes bitter herbs, parsley, which is dipped in salt water, a roasted lamb bone, and a sweet fruit and nut paste called cherasek. What is this meal conducted on the 14th day of Nisan that signifies the beginning of Passover? Grayson Nathan?
Lent?
Incorrect. Greenwood Tucker?
Kosher.
Incorrect. It's called Seder, the Seder meal. Toss up 11. Sunset and evening star and one clear call for me are the opening lines of this Alfred Lord Tennyson elegy. Name this poem which Tennyson asked to be placed at the end of any volume of his poetry. Time. It's called Crossing the Bar. Toss up 12. The legacy of the Reformation broke up Christianity into a number of Protestant sects. Under different circumstances, the Sunni and the Shiite sects split from what religion? Greenwood Tucker. That's correct. Your bonus, 13. Give the first and last name of the mentally unstable man whose obsession with Jodie Foster led him to shoot President Reagan in March 1981.
Thomas Martin.
Incorrect, Captain?
Designated.
David Oswald.
Incorrect. It is John Hinckley Jr. Toss up 14. What is the greatest number of circles that can be drawn through exactly 2 given points? Grayson Nathan?
0.
Incorrect. Greenwood Martin?
Infinite.
That's correct. Your bonus, number 15. A sentence with 2 or more independent clauses and 1 or more dependent clauses is classified as what kind of sentence?
Compound complex.
That's correct. Toss up 16. Melting chocolate would be considered what kind of scientific change? Greenwood Patrick.
Physical change.
That's correct. Your bonus, 17. The answer is a compound word. What do we commonly call the forked bone between the neck and breast of a cooked bird?
Collarbone.
Incorrect, Captain?
Wishbone.
That's correct.
I knew it because they do 4 parts, you get the bigger size.
Toss up 18. What is proportional to the mass of one body times the mass of a second body divided by the distance squared between the centers of the 2 bodies? Greenwood Todd.
Gravitational attraction.
Correct. Your bonus. In what state would one find Grand Teton National Park and the geyser Old Faithful?
Wyoming.
That's correct. Toss up 20. Factor the following trinomial. X squared minus 7x plus 12. Grayson Amy?
4 and 3.
Incorrect. Greenwood Todd?
-4, -3.
Incorrect. I have quantity x minus 3 and quantity x minus 4. Toss-up 21. Pinus strobus is the scientific term for the white pine tree. What is the genus of this tree? Greenwood Tucker? That's correct. Your bonus, 22. Name the German general who, by his elusiveness in the North African campaign during World War II, earned the nickname Desert Fox. It's a bonus. Incorrect, Captain? Incorrect, Erwin Rommel. Toss-up 23. If you have an equal number of quarters, dimes, and nickels, and you have a total of $5.60, how many of each coin do you have? Greenwood Todd? Incorrect. Grayson Nathan?
12.
Incorrect, 14. Toss-up 24. Identify the figure of speech used in the following quote. All the world's a stage. Greenwood Tucker? Incorrect. Grayson Amy?
Metaphor.
Metaphor is correct. Your bonus, 25. What is the smaller of two consecutive integer multiples of 5 if their sum is 145?
Three.
Incorrect. Captain? Incorrect. 70. Toss-up 26. This short story by Poe begins with "The thousand injuries of Fortunato I have borne," and that's Greenwood Todd. That's correct. Your bonus. Number 27. Taoism is a major religion of China. With what country would you associate Shintoism? Correct. Toss-up 28. For what positive value of x does the expression x squared minus 4 equals 0? Greenwood Martini.
2.
That is correct. Your bonus, 29. What is the chemical charge on the phosphate ion? Correct. Toss-up 30. The following characters are found in what Shakespearean play? Marcellus, Ophelia, Gertrude, Guildenstern, and Rosencrantz. Greenwood Patrick.
Hamlet.
That's correct. Your bonus, 31. By population, what is the largest city in Kansas? Incorrect. Captain?
70.
Incorrect is Wichita. Toss-up 32. What are the names of the two small moons of Mars? Greenwood Patrick.
Phobos and Deimos.
Could you repeat that?
Phobos and Deimos.
That's correct. Your bonus. There are 4 strokes used in a swimming medley when used in competition. Name 3 of them.
Butterfly, breaststroke, freestyle.
That's correct, and the other was backstroke. Toss-up 34. Consisting mainly of solid, liquid, and gaseous hydrogen and helium, this planet has many known moons. Name this planet the largest in the scope. Greenwood Todd.
Jupiter.
That's correct. Your bonus 35. Fill in the blank. Any two angles whose sum is 90 degrees are termed as blank angles.
Complementary.
That's correct. And that is the hash. All right, coaches, you have 3 minutes for inquiries.
That was the other, it was still, but that wasn't the right answer. Yeah, it was the Garth answer. I said how we had.
Didn't I ask you, a score? I just wanted to, because I got
Were
you,
you keeping score too?
I got 20. I got 20 before. Several, didn't you?
You just said we were down 14.
Oh, she had 22, you had 20 also?
You just said we were down 14.
I mean, that was. Let me check.
So she's a bank. You majored in math?
Yes.
I have, well, I had 21.
Cecily's got 20, 22. She's got 20.
I don't know what it is. I know what I am.
No, I didn't get all of it.
No, I know, what was the call? What's like?
I was like, I was about to go. Yeah, Madeline. If that's what Madeline was.
What's the one where he gets to be hard and driving cars?
And that's what take a question, Darby. Yeah, and then it goes into a whole bunch of other stuff. I've got the whole thing covered.
Question
I would say for the
first. I have Greenwood is getting the
Remind me of that, so.
Yeah, okay, so they're, okay.
It's a story.
So you had 19.
It's a crazy. That crazy.
Yeah, both teams missed the votes. So we have, the scores agreed, 20 for Greenwood to 4
No,
Grayson.
20 for Greenwood, 4 for Grayson County.
Okay. No substitutions?
Yeah, Alex, what do you
Are we ready to continue then? Coaches,
Yes.
captains, players ready? All right, we will continue with the second half. Good luck to both teams. Toss-up number 1. What is the 5-letter word in chemistry that designates an amount of something in a system that is too small to be measured? Greenwood Tucker. Incorrect. A trace. Toss-up 2. What is the name of the treaty that ended the War of 1812? Greenwood Tucker.
Treaty.
Incorrect. It's the Treaty of Ghent. Toss of 3. This art movement advocated pure abstraction and simplicity of shape and color. Identify this movement, which gained popularity in 1920 with the publication of its manifesto concerning neoplasticism. Grayson Cecily? Incorrect. Greenwood Patrick?
Surrealism.
Incorrect. It is the steel. Excuse me. Toss of 4. Including thousands of coastal islands, this European constitutional monarchy is located in the Scandinavian peninsula between the Atlantic Ocean, Sweden, and Finland. Grayson Noah.
Norway.
I'm sorry?
Norway.
Correct. I meant to say it.
It's okay.
Your bonus 5. Express your answer as a decimal number. Find the median of the following set of data. 11, 13, 11, 9, 12, 20, 19, 24. Correct.
Let's go, Cecily. Let's go.
Toss of 6. Name the French artist of the late 19th and early 20th centuries, best known for his portrayals of ballet dancers. Grayson Cecily? Degas is correct. Your bonus number 7. How many congruent sides does a scalene triangle have?
2.
I'm sorry?
2.
Incorrect. Captain?
0.
0 is correct. Toss-up number 8. This igneous rock has such a low density that it floats on Greenwood Martine.
Pumice.
That's correct. Your bonus. Why does he love Paris? Because his love is there. Name this early 1900s jazz composer who also wrote such hits as Anything Goes and De Lovely. Incorrect. Captain?
Designate me.
Louis Armstrong.
No, it's Cole Porter.
Could have guessed that. Yeah, I know.
Toss of 10. What man, elected president on his own in 1964, ascended to commander-in-chief after Kennedy's assassination? Greenwood Martine?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
That's correct. Your bonus. Number 11. Who wrote the music and lyrics for the Broadway show Wicked? He also wrote music for Godspell and Pippin and contributed lyrics to several successful films, including Pocahontas, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Enchanted.
That doesn't mean Martine.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Incorrect. Captain? I'm sorry?
Smith.
Incorrect. It is Stephen Schwartz. Toss of 12. This man from Florence, Italy, described a journey through the 9 circles of hell. Greenwood Martine?
Dante.
That's correct. Your bonus 13. What Italian artist painted St. George and the Dragon and the School of Athens?
Raphael.
That's correct. Toss of 14. What is the name for a collection of atoms of one type which cannot be decomposed into simpler units by any chemical transformation? Greenwood Patrick.
Element.
That's correct. Your bonus. Number 15. If x is less than 0, what is the absolute value of x?
All negative numbers.
Incorrect. Captain?
0.
Incorrect. Negative X. Toss-up 16. Who is the illegitimate daughter of Lady Dedlock and Captain Hawdon, the ward of Mr. Jarndyce, the heroine, and, in large part, the narrator of Charles Dickens' Bleak House? Grayson Amy?
Summerston.
Incorrect. It is Esther Summerson. We needed the first name on that. Toss-up 17. This type of flask is often used in chemistry laboratories. This flask has a somewhat triangular bell-shaped bottom and a straight, narrow neck. Grayson Nathan.
Beaker.
Incorrect. I'll finish. What is the name of this flask that begins with the letter E? Greenwood Patrick?
Eberloff flask.
Incorrect. It's an Erlenmeyer flask. Toss-up 18. Which author created the spiritually confused character Scobie in his novel The Heart of the Matter? This English author is known for investigating Catholicism in other works such as Brighton Rock and The Power and the Glory. Is Graham Greene. Toss-up 19. The keyboard works of Jean-Philippe Rameau, Johann Sebastian Bach, and George Friedrich Handel were mainly composed for what instrument? Grayson Cecily?
Harpsichord.
That's correct. Your bonus 20. About what famous visually impaired woman was the 1959 play The Miracle Worker by William Gibson written?
Helen Keller.
That's correct. Toss-up 21. Identify the magnificent stone structure that runs 1,500 miles along the northern border of China. Somebody buzz? Sorry. Greenwood, Texas.
Great Wall of China.
That's right. Thought I heard a buzz, but I didn't see a light. All right, your bonus. 22. First and last, please. Identify the English author known for his historical novels set in the Middle Ages who wrote The Lady of the Lake and Ivanhoe.
Robert White.
Incorrect, Captain? Hesitation. Sir Walter Scott. Toss-up 23. Identify the quantity of heat needed to raise by 1 degree Celsius the temperature of a gram of water. Greenwood Todd.
Specific heat.
Incorrect. Time, that is a calorie. Toss-up 24. In one of this man's short stories, Piney Woods and Tom Simpson elope and encounter a gambler, a drunkard, and 2 prostitutes. That story is The Outcasts of Poker Flat, written by which author? Bret Harte. Toss-up 25. In the air-sea battle of this island in 1942, the U.S. forces defeated the Japanese, turning the tide of Grayson Nathan.
Midway.
Midway's right. Your bonus. Number 26. What type of plant contains chlorophyll but lacks true roots, stems, or leaves? Many species are one-celled.
Moss.
Incorrect. Captain?
Lichen.
Incorrect. Algae.
Tomato, tomato.
Toss-up 27. 6y plus 11 is greater than 29. Therefore, y is greater than what number? Greenwood Tucker.
3.
3 is correct. Your bonus 28. This 1961 invasion of Cuba intended to overthrow Castro. It failed. By what name is this invasion known?
Bay of Pigs.
That's correct. Toss-up 29. Give the first and last name of the author of the Western novels The Call of the Canyon and Riders of the Purple Sage. That is Zane Grey. Toss-up 30. Give the name of the female American swimmer who has won 8 Olympic gold medals, the most of any female U.S. Olympic athlete. Greenwood Tucker.
Ledecky.
Incorrect. Time. It is Jenny Thompson. Toss-up 31. In which quadrant would you find the ordered pair -2, 3? Grayson Amy.
3.
Incorrect. Greenwood Tucker.
Third quadrant.
Incorrect. Second. Toss-up 32. Identify the phase of mitosis in which sister chromatids separate and move to opposite ends of the cell. Greenwood Martinez. That's correct. Your bonus, 33. The ballet Daphnis et Chloe and the orchestral piece The Spanish Hour are compositions by which French composer who served as an ambulance driver in World War I? He is, along with Debussy, a master of musical impressionism.
No answer.
Captain?
Lafayette.
Incorrect. Maurice Ravel. Toss-up 34. If the equation 2 to the x is equal to approximately 1.414, what is the value of x? Greenwood Tucker.
-2.
Incorrect. Grayson Nathan.
Negative 1.4.1.
Incorrect. It is 1/2. And toss-up 35. On what city did the United States make the second military use of the atomic bomb? Greenwood Tucker.
Nagasaki.
Correct. And that is the game.